Biafra, superstars, media.
My fellow Biafrans, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you listen to the sound of my voice. Today, I want to speak to the Finnish president, Alexander STUBB. In Finland, our Prime Minister Ekpa is going through the so-called accusation that he's responsible for the killing of the so-called Southeast people, which are dubbed the Biafrans, a part of the Biafran country. Today, Mr. Alexander STUBB, I want you to please listen to those that come from Southeast. Listen to what they are saying about Simon Ekpa, insecurity in Southeast, and also the presence of the military and the police checkpoints in the Southeast. They've been the problem. I want you to listen, because when we say these things, they say, we are embellishing the facts, that we are being biased by supporting Simon Ekpa. I want you to listen to people calling, the real stakeholders calling from Southeast. You be the judge. Listen to what they are saying and you be the judge. Simon Ekpa has no case to answer, but listen to what they are saying. Listen to their story and you be the judge. Listen.
Thank you. Good morning. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. We have some WhatsApp messages, so let me read it out here. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Fabulous speaking. I'm calling from Thailand.
All right, Fabulous. Go ahead. You have a minute.
Okay, so I just wanna say that I disagree with your guest.
Which of them, please? Rufai or Mr. Elvis?
But yes, I disagree with him in the sense that you cannot come and analyze this kind of thing that is happening in Southeast and you are pointing finger at one person. Let me quickly say this. I cannot just also deny that Simon Ekpa didn't contribute to the insecurity that is happening in Southeast. But it will be very, very unjust or fair to say that upon all what is in social media, Asari Dokobo, even the Nigeria military, all this that is happening in Southeast, at the end of the day now, they are sideline all those things are now pointing finger at Simon Ekpa, which is something they also do at the time of Mazen the Kano, and the same people now are the people that are calling for the release of. You see, many people in Southeast are confused. They are confused.
Hold it there, sir. He just said here that what they are accusing Simon Ekpa of is the same thing they accused Mazen the Kano, the leader of IPOB. The same thing they accused him of. Also, there are some other major stakeholders. A man known as Asari Dokubo, a man who was contracted by the Nigerian government to create his own paramilitary officers known as special forces. They are scattered all across the Biafra land. Some of them are known as the so-called unknown gunmen doing the killing the people of Biafra land, but somehow the Nigerians and the media, they have forgotten about all that. They put the blame on Simon Ekpa. The voice you are hearing is somebody who is a stakeholder, who is from where they call the so-called Southeast. Alexander STUBB, please lend me your ears. Let's continue.
Going forward, I want to also contribute. Federal government should release Mazen the Kano so that we will know in the Southeast. And again, Nigeria should wake up. Nigeria should wake up. They are pushing them to the wall too much. They should wake up. Many things are happening. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the front page. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Name and location, please.
I'm calling you from Lagos. My name is Job.
All right, Joe. You sound down this morning, Joe. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm on the bed. I'm just listening to
Adjournment. All right, go ahead, Joe. You have a minute.
Okay. Okay, now when people talk about IPOB, this one is saying this, the other faction is saying this. Sometimes it's very laughable because the political class, they are part of the IPOB who are playing the game of let's try to confuse these people. But the reality on ground is so clear. Have you even traveled to the East and see what is going on by yourself? There was a time I was in Enugu. I was there around my night mile in Enugu. There was a village that we were supposed to walk. We were traveling to that village. We saw these herdsmen that are carrying their cows in the bush. They are passing through people's farm, destroying people's farm. There was a day we were coming back. The people were running up and down.
And they were doing that unprovoked. Unprovoked.
Yes. I saw it with my eye. We were coming back. They entered somebody's farm. They're like, the farmers, they were in the farm. So they were trying to resist them. So they were just running up and down. We were in the vehicle. We were so afraid that somebody was saying, hey, let them not kill these people. They were just like, everybody was so afraid. And there is a police checking point to that, army checking point to that place where they stopped our vehicle and they collected money. Just like two minutes drive away from there, that thing was happening. And we were just so afraid. So many cars were on the road. And there was nobody like sign of police or military to come and even calm the situation. There was nothing like that. Our driver drove away. Then when these things happen, at the end of the day, we say it's IPOs that are killing people and it's the Simon Ekpa faction that are killing people in the Southeast. If the government want to really solve this problem, what is the effect of the army over there? How many people have they arrested as genuine people?
Exactly.
How many people have they arrested as genuine people? How many people have they brought to the table to ask them, why are you doing
even taken to court, not the ones that they just took and they disappeared.
Exactly. Not the one that will just parade people that are parading. If you look at the people, you know, is just showing that people who are told to say this thing. Not anybody concrete that they will bring to book and say, okay, this is the person that will be caught among these people.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Hold it there. You've just heard the narrative of that young man, a man who came from Lagos to go and do business, to go and work in the Southeast, what they call the Southeast. On their way, they saw the headsmen, the Fulani killer headsmen with their AK-47 and their cows going through farmers' land, destroying the crops of the farmers. And on their way back, they saw the same thing. But in this case, the farmers were running helter-skelter while the headsmen and their cows with their AK-47 were ravaging their farm. And these guys in their car, they were scared. They were praying for the safety, the well-being of those people. Alexander STUBB, this is what we go through every day in the land of Biafra. Every day, it is a similar situation. Alexander STUBB, we have refused to be slaves in our own land. The only crime of Simon Ekpa is to say enough is enough. Stop killing my people. I will protect my people from dying. Same thing you are doing as the president of Finland. Your number one priority, your number one task, your number one goal is to protect the lives of the citizens of Finland. Every day when you wake up in that 3 a.m. and you pick up that 3 a.m. call, your job, your role is to make a judgment, make a decision on how to protect the life, the integrity, the territorial integrity of Finland. That's what Simon Ekpa is doing. Mr. Alexander STUBB, you are hearing from Eyewitness. People call him because when we say these things, they say, oh no, we are being, political. That no, we are biased in our analysis. It's because we love Simon Ekpa. That's why we say what we say. Today, I am playing you from a local radio. A local radio from what they call Nigeria. Listen to what people are saying. Listen to the Eyewitness account. Mr. Alexander STUBB, Simon Ekpa has done no crime. All he has done is protect his people. Let's play one more time. Listen to the next call. Listen. I have not edited this video. Listen to the next call as it will come in now. Listen.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Esther.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the front page review.
Yeah, this is Situ calling from Princeton, Sierra Leone.
All right, Situ, you have a minute. Situ, please speak calmly. Don't shout. Go ahead.
Thank you, Esther, for a good job. Let me say something briefly here, just like the last caller said.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
There are some people like us, like we live in Southeast or grow in Southeast before we lived here. We know exactly what is happening in Southeast. I don't want people who don't live in Southeast to come and tell us exactly what is happening in Southeast. Okay?
Listen.
It will look very good for us who are coming here to tell our people exactly what is happening. Every checkpoint where army and police stays in Southeast, 1 kilometer, you will see people that kidnap people from there. The army knows who they are. I am telling you, this is not propaganda. This is the truth. Every checkpoint you see in the Southeast, watch by the side of the bush. People come out there and kidnap. Why is the army not arresting those people?
Hold it there. In every checkpoint you see in the so-called Southeast, what they call the Southeast, every checkpoint you see, every military checkpoint you see, kidnappers will come out and kidnap somebody. The army knows who they are, but they don't care. Because to the army, to Nigerian army, they see us as a conquered people. They see us as those they must keep, their foot on our neck to steal from us. What they are doing is called indirect taxation. Because they know we are good with business. When it comes to business, we are synonymous to making business. We do well in business. So they come around and they have militarized the whole of the Southeast. Everywhere there's a checkpoint. Think about that. Every 2 minutes drive, there is a checkpoint in the so-called Southeast. And in that checkpoint, your driver must bribe some money to the military. Not only that, if it's public, transportation, everybody comes out of those cars or buses. You come out in a military checkpoint and you have to walk through. You come down from the car and you walk through for 2 minutes. As you are walking through, your driver is, bribing the military men in the checkpoint. And not only that, in most cases, when there are some girls, walking through, the police or the military, the overzealous type, they will stop them and say, hey, let us search you if there is something you are carrying. They touch them in not in the nice places. They touch them in their private parts and things like that. The dehumanization of our people happen every day. When we say these things, nobody wants to speak about it. Our so-called politicians, they are scared to speak because they are making some crumbs. They are making some money from the table of the government run by the Fulani cabal. STUBB, this is our story. This is our story. Nobody has come to save us. Nobody dare speak on our behalf. When a great man rose up, the name Nnamdi Kanu, when he rose up to speak, the Nigerian government sent military to the house of Nnamdi Kanu to kill him, where 28 people died in the process. God, have mercy. In the quest to take the life of one man, 28 people died in the Southeast. Mr. Alexander STUBB, this is our story. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu found a way to escape from his home. He went to England and he was speaking from England. He then went on holiday to Kenya, only for the Nigerian government to send their mercenaries to go and kidnap him from Kenya. Alexander STUBB, whom can we take this case to? We have gone to the UN, we have gone to ICC, we have gone to Britain, we have gone to the AU. Nobody wants to even pick up those cases. But now they are blaming Simon Ekpa, a disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. All Simon Ekpa did was said, enough is enough. You have killed us enough. It is time to defend ourselves. Only a slave will take the whip from their masters and not defend themselves. We ain't slaves. We ain't slaves in Nigeria. And now that we have our nation, we are saying enough is enough. We must defend ourselves. But suddenly, The same old Nigeria and their cronies from the southeast. They now came with a false accusation against Simon Ekpa. And they blame Simon Ekpa as the end all and be all of the so-called insecurity in the southeast. They blamed a man in faraway Finland, more than 4,000 kilometers away in Finland, in the land of the Scandinavians. A man enjoying his life in a Nordic country where you respect the rule of law. A man who has no criminal records. They somehow blame him as being sole responsible for the so-called killings, mayhems happening in the land of their so-called southeast. Mr. Alexander Stubb, I've just played for you from the radio, the local radio in their, what they call Nigeria. In their local radio, people are calling back to back to back. And they are speaking exactly what is happening. So whom do you want to listen to? Is it those that were being backed by the Nigerian government to bear false witness against Simon Ekpa? Whom do you listen to? Mr. Alexander Stubb. Let's continue. Listen.
This thing I'm saying here, the Army General who come and start telling the world that IPOB is responsible, it's a lie. It's a lie of IPOB is not responsible for insecurity in the southeast. If IPOB is responsible, I will come here and tell the world that IPOB. The only thing they are against IPOB is that IPOB single-handedly drove the Fulani terrorists that are coming to rape our mothers in the farm. That is why it did not go well with the North. With Muhammad Buhari regime, IPOB did this. The record is there. Go and
hold it there. The only reason why they are angry with us, the IPOB, which is the 80 million Biafrans. Every Biafran is known as an IPOB member by nature. IPOB means the indigenous people of Biafra. So as long as you are a Biafran by birth, you are a member of IPOB. The only crime that IPOB did was to chase away the Fulani killer headsmen coming to our land to kill, to rape, to pillage, and to destroy the farmlands. That's our only crime till this date. The Fulani cabal, they are angry. The one they call Muhammadu Buhari, the then president of Nigeria, he was so angry that how can a conquered people have the guts to stop their paramilitary, regiments that they sent down to the southeast? Because they were responsible. They brought Boko Haram to the southeast. They brought their Fulani headsmen to the southeast. But for the first time, they saw a people who was able to chase them away. In Nigeria, we are the only ones that could chase them away. And they got angry. They got offended. Because their ultimate goal is to Islamize Nigeria. Alexander Stubb, this is our story. This is how things are in where they call the Southeast. To us, it is Biafra land, but they call it Southeast. The Southeast is just part of Biafra, but the Nigerian government, in a way, to reduce us to nothing, they have broken down the eastern region known as Biafra, and they've given just a very small, chunk of it. A section of the area, the landmarks, and they call it Southeast. Just to belittle us. Just to belittle us. Mr. Alexander Stubb, this is our story. This is the real story that nobody wants to speak about. But every day in their local radio, people are coming out and they're saying it. Simon Ekpa is not the problem. IPOB is not the problem. Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem. But till this day, Nnamdi Kanu is still languishing in the DSS custody of Nigeria. A man who was kidnapped by the Nigerian government. A man who was kidnapped by the Nigerian government. A man who was in Kenya on holiday, kidnapped by the Nigerian government. Alexander Stubb, let that sink into your mind. You are dealing with a country that are into kidnapping, international kidnapping. Let that sink into your mind. You are dealing with the government of Nigeria that went all the way to Kenya to kidnap a Biafran man, a British man, a black man with a British passport who went on holiday to Kenya. But till this day, Britain has refused to speak about it. Mr. Alexander Stubb, Britain has refused to speak about the kidnap of their citizen who went to Kenya on holiday. A man kidnapped by Nigerian government while on holiday in Kenya. Britain has refused to speak about it. Mr. Alexander Stubb, do not allow Finland to be the next to taint their records because of Nigeria. We see Finland as one of the best countries when it comes to equality, when it comes to the rule of law, when it comes to people observing their rights. Finland is like a champion. Finland is a champion. If it's not Finland, it's going to be Sweden. Finland is a champion. Do not allow a third world country, do not allow an underdeveloped country to tarnish your image, to tarnish your records. Because I swear to you, I promise you, if you allow them to destroy Finland by making you to get involved in something that is not true, then you have destroyed your records as being one of the safest countries where people have the freedom of speech. Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. That was said by Lord David Cameron while he was the Prime Minister of Britain. He said Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Also, Donald Trump called Nigeria a shithole country, a place where there's so filthy, greed, crime is the order of the day. A banana republic is even better than Nigeria. It is a shithole country. Mr. Alexander Stubb, do not allow Nigeria to tarnish the reputation, the record of Finland. Let's continue in this discussion. Listen to what people are saying in the radio. Listen.
Every Igbo politicians, what they will never tell you people this thing. It did not go well with some Igbo politicians because they had not reported them. So you are here. IPOB taking charge. David Omahi was the one who brought pure insecurity in the southeast.
No, Situ, please don't defame, don't slander if you don't have your evidence. I beg you.
Let's hold it there. Now, the media, they are scared, they are worried. The moment you drop names, they panic. As you can see, our sister had to tell the caller to please be careful with name droppings, name callings. Be careful with it. Because in Nigeria, there is no free speech. A TV station will lose their license the moment they try to expose the government of Nigeria. A radio station will be sanctioned if a caller calls in and expose the corrupt politicians in Nigeria. Mr. Alexander Stubb, you are seeing this for your very own eyes. This is how they roll in Nigeria. This is how life is in Nigeria. We have lived in the Western world and we want to bring back standard. At least let us bring that standard of what we've been doing in the Western world. Because when we came to the Western world, you did not allow us to continue in our criminal ways as we were doing in Nigeria. When we came to the Western world, there was this orientation to change us and make sure we are able to meet the expectations, the standard of living in the Western world. So now as we go back to the land of Biafra, allow us. It's only fair that you allow us to also take those standards that we have lived by and bring it down to the land of Biafra to allow our people for the first time in their life, for their first time since the post-colonization, to enjoy a country where rule of law matters. That's all we're asking for. We ain't asking for so much. All we want is to live in a place where there is equity, transparency, accountability. equality to life. So that once you are in pursuit of happiness, you know there are no, barricades, no things, to stop you from achieving or reaching your potential. The same way a child in Britain, a child in Canada, a child in America, even a child in Finland, Sweden can, reach their potentials without those challenges around. Those are the things that we seek for our people. It's not a crime to seek an equal right, opportunity, and living standard for the people. It's not a crime. Unless you are telling me that the black man is a slave and we the Biafrans, we must remain as servitudes, as slaves in Nigeria. Unless, Mr. Alexander STUBB, you are telling me that's the way to go. That we are only free in Europe, in America. Whenever we go back to Africa, we must go back and remain as slaves. Unless that's what you are telling me. If not, you must release Simon Ekpa. He has no case to answer. We are all Simon Ekpa. Most of us living in the Western world, we can do exactly what Simon Ekpa is doing, because all he's doing is showing the love for his people. But somehow, the politicians who are greedy, they love power. They love blood like they love power. Instead of them to speak truth to power, they've turned around to connive with the caliphate, to connive with those who want to Islamize Nigeria. They have come to Finland. They have come with their cronies to lay a petition, a false accusation against Simon Ekpa. And Finland, for the first time, you are still holding Simon Ekpa and you are asking him questions. He has given you all the answers. Why can't you listen? Come and listen to the Eyewitness account. People are telling you the way things are in that country called Nigeria. Mr. Alexander STUBB, it is time to allow Simon Ekpa to go. He has no case to answer. In fact, you should applaud him that one man has been able to organize 50 million people who came together to vote for a referendum, and they redeclared Biafra. Applaud him. Be proud that he hails from Finland. Why? Because he has tasted the standard of life in Finland. He has tasted freedom, equality, liberty for the first time in his life while he was in Finland. He has assimilated your culture. He has imbibed your way of life. And now he speaks and acts like a Finnish man. So allow him. Don't allow the virus from Nigeria to infect you or your judgment. Your country is going through that ultimate test. Will you allow the dollars, the ill money, the bloody money from the crude oil sold in Nigeria, will you allow the dollars to influence Finland? Finland is going through the ultimate test, and we are watching to see the outcome. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, superstar media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.